Syria often makes headlines for its war and politics, but behind the conflict lies a brutal underworld of organized crime, smuggling, and gangsterism. For decades, gangs and warlords have thrived in the chaos, controlling black markets, running smuggling networks, and using violence to cement their power. These are 10 true stories of gangsters from Syria, where the lines between crime, politics, and war are nearly impossible to draw. Story 1. The Hashish Smugglers of the Bekaa Valley. The Bekaa Valley, on the Syria-Lebanon border, is notorious for its drug trafficking networks. Syrian gangs worked hand in hand with Lebanese cartels to smuggle hashish and heroin throughout the Middle East and Europe. These smuggling empires became some of the most powerful criminal organizations in the region. Story 2. Rami Makhlouf, billionaire, the Godfather. Rami Makhlouf, Bashar al-Assad's cousin, was not a street gangster, but a mafia oligarch. By controlling telecommunications, banking, and smuggling networks, he became one of the richest men in Syria. For many Syrians, he symbolized how crime and corruption ruled the country at the highest levels. Story 3. Kidnapping for ransom gangs. During the Civil War, kidnapping became one of the biggest criminal activities in Syria. Armed groups and local gangs kidnapped businessmen, aid workers, and even children, demanding ransom in dollars or gold. Some victims were released. Others disappeared forever. Story 4. Antiquities Mafia. Syria is home to some of the world's oldest civilizations, and criminals saw an opportunity. Looters and gangs raided ancient sites like Palmyra and Dura Europos, selling their loot on the black market. Priceless historical treasures ended up in the hands of smugglers and wealthy collectors abroad. Story 5. The Shabiha Militia, from gangsters to security forces. Before the war, the Shabiha smuggled weapons, drugs, and luxury goods. During the conflict, they transformed into brutal paramilitary groups known for extortion, robbery, and terrorizing civilians. Their mafia-style violence became legendary. Story 6. Arms smuggling cartels. Syria has long been a crossroads for arms smuggling. Gangs operating along the borders of Iraq and Turkey made fortunes trading AK-47s, RPGs, and explosives. Many of these networks supplied both militias and terrorist groups, blurring the line between business and insurgency. Story 7. Black Market Kings of Aleppo. In Aleppo, one of Syria's largest cities, black market bosses controlled everything from fuel to food during the war. Ordinary families were forced to buy basic necessities at inflated prices from criminal monopolies. These gangs became some of the most hated figures in the region. Story 8. ISIS as a criminal empire. Although ISIS billed itself as a religious movement, it operated like a mafia syndicate. The group was involved in oil smuggling, kidnapping, extortion, and human trafficking. At its height, ISIS was making hundreds of millions of dollars a year, rivaling major drug cartels. Story 9. Luxury car theft gangs. Even in the chaos, criminal networks thrived by stealing and smuggling cars. Gangs stole luxury cars in Europe and the Gulf states, then shipped them to Syria via Lebanon and Turkey. The stolen cars became status symbols for warlords and smugglers. Story 10. The Captagon Cartel. Syria became a hub for production of Captagon, a powerful amphetamine. Factories hidden in war zones churned out billions of pills that were smuggled throughout the Middle East. Captagon, often referred to as the drug of jihad, has enriched warlords, militias, and gangsters, making it one of Syria's most lucrative black markets. From drug empires and smuggling syndicates to warlord gangs and political mafias, Syria's underworld shows how crime thrives in chaos. These 10 true gangster stories reveal a country where power and profit often come at the cost of blood, history, and survival. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to see more true crime stories from around the world.